হ্যালো স্টুডেন্ট, দিস ইজ সুমন দত্ত। আজকে প্রেজেন্ট হলাম নতুন একটা ভিডিও নিয়ে। আজকের ভিডিওতে থাকছে এ লেটার টু গড। এটা ক্লাস 10-এর, ঠিক আছে, একটা গল্প, ইংরেজিতে গল্প। তো সেখান থেকে আমি তোমাদের এখানে কিছু গুরুত্বপূর্ণ প্রশ্ন দিব। প্রথম প্রশ্ন, হোয়াট ডিড লেঞ্চু হোপ ফর? লেঞ্চু হোপ ফর রেইন which would aid the growth of his crops by providing them water. Lenju hoped for rain which would aid the growth of his crops by providing them water. 2 number হলো, how did the rain change? Suddenly the shower which Lenchu had regretted to be beneficial of his crops took a bad turn. A strong wind began to blow and hails began to fall along with the rain. Suddenly, the shower, which Lenchu had regarded to be beneficial for his crops, took a bad turn. A strong wind began to blow and hills began to fall along with the rain. তারপর, what happened to Lenchu's field? The change in weather resulting in the hailstorm had turned Lenchu's entire field white. It had rendered the trees leafless and had totally destroyed Lenchu's crops. Okay? 4 number প্রশ্ন, what were Lenchu's feelings when the hail stopped? After the hail had stopped, Lenchu sorrowfully felt that even a plague of locusts would have been better. What did Lenchu do? Lenchu wrote a letter to his last hope, God, seeking financial assistance in his time of dire need. Lenchu asked God to give him 100 pesos in order to sow his land again and live properly until the crop come. He started that if God did not help me, he and his family would have go to hungry that year. Okay, what did Lenchu do? আমি আবার পড়ছি। Lenchu wrote a letter to his last hope, God, seeking financial assistance in his time, ঠিক আছে, অফ ডায়ার নিড। তো এই ডায়ার নিড তোমরা নাও লিখতে পারো, সমস্যা নেই। লেঞ্চু আস্কড গড টু গিভ হিম 100 পেসো, ঠিক আছে, এখানে একটা ফুল স্টপ দিতে পারো পেসোস পরে, ঠিক আছে। তো হি স্টার্টেড দ্যাট ইফ গড নট হেল্প হিম, হি অ্যান্ড হিজ ফ্যামিলি উড হ্যাভ টু গো হাংরি দ্যাট ইয়ার। এই লাইনটা না দিলেও কোনো সমস্যা নেই, ঠিক আছে। তারপর ডেসক্রাইব দ্য চেঞ্জেস দ্য ওয়েদার হ্যাড। সাডেনলি shower which Lenchu had regret to be beneficial for his crops took a bad turn. A strong wind began to blow and hailstones began to beat the crops. It made the entire field barren, destroying in the crops totally. তো আবার পড়ছি, suddenly the shower which Lenchu had regret to be beneficial for his crops took a bad turn. A strong wind began to blow and hailstones began to beat the crops. It made the entire field barren, destroying the crops totally. With what had Lenchu compared the raindrops? Lenchu had compared the raindrops and new coins. The big drops of 10 cent pieces and small drops to 5 cent pieces. When did Lenchu start writing letter? তো এখানে বলা হয়েছে যে কখন লেঞ্চু লেটার লেখা শুরু করছে। লেঞ্চু crops were all damaged. He knew it meant starvation of his family. He thought all night about the loss. Still hopes did not desert him. Then an idea occurred to him. He thought of a writing letter appealing God to save him from this misfortune. আবার পড়ছি, Lencho's crops were all damaged. He knew it meant starvation of his family. He thought all night about the loss. Still, hopes did not desert him. Then an idea occurred to him. He thought of writing a letter appealing God to save him from this misfortune. What did Lencho write in the letter? Lencho wrote the letter to his last hope, God, seeking financial assistance in his time of dire poverty. Lencho asked God to give him 100 pesos so that he could sow his land again and avoid poverty and starvation of his family. To whom was it addressed? The letter was addressed to God. What did postmaster then? On reading Lencho's letter, the postmaster was greatly amused as well as deeply touched by his faith. He wished that he too could have a faith like Lencho. In order to keep Lencho's faith in God unshaken, the postmaster decided to answer Lencho's letter. However, on opening the letter, he realized that he needed money to answer the letter. Only goodwill, ink, and paper would not be enough. Even the postmaster decided to seek to his resolution to help Lencho by collecting some money and sending it to him. Okay? How did the postmaster deliver money to Lencho? The postman handed the letter containing 70 peso put together by postmaster, accompanied by a letter containing a single word as a signature, God. Why did Lencho become angry while counting the money? While counting the money, he felt that the post office employees had removed 30 pesos and cheated on him. Why did Lencho write the second letter? He wrote another letter to God requesting him to send the remaining 30 peso in some way other than by post. ঠিক আছে, তো আজকের এই ভিডিওটা তোমাদের কাছে কীরকম লাগলো অবশ্যই আমাকে কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করে জানাবে। আর এখানে যে প্রশ্নগুলো দেওয়া আছে এগুলো কিন্তু খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট, তোমরা নিশ্চয়ই পড়বে, কারণ এখান থেকে পরীক্ষার মধ্যে আসতে পারবে। ঠিক আছে, তো দেখা হচ্ছে একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভিডিওতে। প্রথম থেকে শেষ অবধি ভিডিওটা দেখার জন্য তোমাদেরকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ।